Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's car boot sale haul video. Two car boots. Firstly, you'll excuse me, I hope, if my performance is a little bit lackluster this morning. I got a cold, I'm very tired, I'm slightly stressed. So if I'm not full of va-va-voom, please forgive me. Two car boots this morning. Quite pleased with what I got. Smaller hauls, but that's okay because as we've discussed immeasurable number of times, I have a lot of stock to work through, so smaller hauls are okay. I got today, this is my filler bag, and I only paid £2 for filler bag today because there's almost nothing in it. In here is a vintage hair clipper in its box. I mean, it's got vintage hair in it as well. Lovely. Absolutely no idea of any value on that, but thought I'd chuck it in filler bag. It's the kind of thing that Stall would know more about than me. Perhaps I'll send him a message, but I've got something else I want to message him about as well. Oh, can't get the lid back on. Not in the mood for lids that won't go on. Don't have any oomph today. Come on. If you won't go back on, just stay off. There we go, I won. So one vintage hair clipper, one silicone mould, a little stack of hammer shapes. Can't get that one, there we go. Little stack of those. And then a travel scrabble, which is almost definitely not complete because all of the bits are just loose in the box, but I was thinking that would be handy for spares because I've got a fair few travel scrabbles and there's always going to be a need for spares. And a Dalton Hilltop coffee cup and saucer, which I did not realise was chipped. In fairness, perhaps it wasn't chipped when I put it in there, perhaps I've chipped that. Entirely possible. So nothing at all thrilling in filler bag today, nothing at all. And then the rest of my haul is a Percy Pig ice cube tray. That was £1. I paid £1. I'm quite pleased with this for £1. It's a nice Cath Kidston crossbody bag. That was £1. That's the London print. I'm not sure what that print's called, but it's, you know, it's got Big Ben on it and Nelson's column and stuff like that. I'm going to sneeze. You have to excuse me being sniffly. I would say possibly unused. That's the little bit that goes around the tag in there, so maybe the lady didn't use it. So that was £1. From the same lady, I got this Radley bag. It's a Radley canvas shopper, but it's a Bristol print, and I didn't even know they existed. So there's our suspension bridge and our hot air balloons and St Mary Redcliffe and whatever, and it says, from Bristol with love, Radley, London. I'd like to know more about this. I'd like to know more about why this exists. Maybe they did entire range of different cities and whatever. Gonna have to do a little bit of research unless one of you guys knows and can save me the bother of doing my own research, you know. Let me Google that for you, kind of laziness. So that was the same lady and that was also £1. I'm not sure if I said that. This was also on Steve the Car Boot Guy's stall, and these are oh, my brain's gone blank. This artist, I have his prints, I can't think of his, my brain has literally shut down. Jack Vetriano, it's written on there, hooray! Jack Vetriano prints on placemarks. So yeah, quite like those. They're in really nice condition. They were £2 for the set. I paid £1 for a Brother P-Touch 90 label maker. No idea whether it will work or not. Let me plug it in and find out. Nothing happened when I plugged it in, so I'm guessing it doesn't work. It was only £1. I also bought this with an eye to including it in Tammy's birthday present. Tammy, against her will, collects rubber ducks. It was one of those things where we bought one as a joke when we were on a holiday run. We got on a flight abroad and there was a Harrods at the airport. I think it might have been Gatwick. There was a branch of Harrods and the only thing we could afford in the entire shop was rubber ducks. So we bought a Harrods rubber duck for a joke. And then somebody noticed she had one and bought her another kind, and before you know it, she's now got an entire collection of rubber ducks. She never wanted them in the first place. This is a clock. And I got the chap to take the face off while we were there so that I could put the battery in when I got home, because I thought I'm never going to get the face off otherwise. Even now I'm not sure how to get the battery compartment open. I'll fathom that in a minute. But yeah, it's a little ceramic. It sits on its base like that, but when you turn it up, where you can see a hole would normally be the clock face. So yeah, that's a jokey part of Tammy's birthday present, but I need to put his him a new battery in. I don't know how much they sell for. It's called Sylvia apparently, this one. And then there's this little pile of, this cost me £25. I paid £25 for a little pile of clothing at the car boot sale, but I'm still quite pleased with what I've got, and I think you'll see why. So I've got two pure cashmere jumpers, Marks & Spencer autographed cashmere jumpers. I happen to know that these cost about 70 or 80 quid in Marks & Spencer's, because Caroline and I glanced at them when we were in a few months ago now. So 2 of those, and I can't see any moth holes in them, so that's good. They might like a little bit of debobbling on the sleeves, but apart from that, they're good. 2 of those. Now, the guy said he wanted £3 each on the jumpers, and then all these shirts he wanted £4 each. There are 7 shirts which would have been £28, and 2 jumpers which would have been £6, so it would have been 34, and he was happy with 25. So the reason I bought all the shirts is because they're all sea salt. I think most of them are the Larissa shirt in various patterns. This one is a 14, so I'm going to safely assume the rest are 2, but obviously I'll check before I list them. And I've got 1. This is also a Larissa. Also a 14, 2. This isn't a Larissa, this is something else. This is a tunic top. That's a 16, that's 3. And then this one is a 14. That makes 4. Are you a Larissa again? No, you're not. That one's a 14 again. 5. That's a Larissa, that makes 6. And then this last one is again just a different blouse, and that makes 7. And they're all either 14s or 16, both of them are 14s. So I was quite pleased with all of that for 25 quid. Hopefully just one of the cashmere jumpers alone should bring about the £25, and then the rest is gravy. That's it from Easter Compton. Let's have a look at what I got from Trench. And as if by magic, here it is. So I got, let's start with this. This is proper out of left field for me. It is a horse's head, isn't it? What is this stuff called? Green onyx? Just onyx? Marble? I don't bloody know. I don't know if it's onyx, I don't know if it's marble, I don't know if it's a doorstop, a paperweight. It was probably a bookend. It probably was one of 2, wasn't it? There was probably another bookend that went with it. It was £2, and I just thought for 2 quid, I'm going to take that heavy item home. That is probably what chipped this mug, because I'm sure this mug wasn't chipped when I picked it up. This is a set of 4. They are Maxwell and Williams Juniper Berry, designed by Claire Chilcott mugs. There's a set of 4. I paid £3, and I'm sure the purple one was not chipped when I bought them. From the same lady as that, I bought an Earth Squared bag. That was £3. And also from the same lady, this British Library Crime Classics book, which is one that I haven't read. There's very few of these now that I haven't had. That was £1. That one's for me. I paid £2 for a pair of Fly Flots anatomic clog shoes, and £1, so 50p each, from the same lady for a Disney Classics. Is that Sleeping Beauty? Snow White? Don't know who you are. Which one's Thumper in? That's Sleeping. Is Thumper in Sleeping Beauty now? Do you happen to know which Disney princess this is? I don't think it's Snow White. She's got black hair, hasn't she?
That's Aurora, Sleeping Beauty.
It's Sleeping Beauty, there we go. Natalie says it's Sleeping Beauty. So Sleeping Beauty Walt Disney Classics mug, and a rather nice Mrs. Tiggy Winkle and Jemima Puddle Duck Beatrix Potter mug. 50p for a comforter. This is the only comforter I bought today. I haven't bought comforters very much recently, so 50p for that one. That's a Tesco one. I bought 2 more of these audiobooks. These are 50p each, and I had 2 copies of this, and I've got them from the same lady today, and the 2 copies sold immediately. I listed them on the same day, so I thought I'd have 2 more of those. I paid £7 for these 3. Oh, Nat, your cough's worse than mine.
Sorry, I got choked on my drink.
Classic Pooh figurines. They were, did I just say this? They were £7 for the 3. And I thought at the time that I got myself a bargain, but actually I don't think they're quite as exciting as I thought they were. So, ho-hum. Originally £17, and apparently they reduced in whatever shop they were from to £3.99, so never mind. I've got Piglet photo frame, Pooh and Piglet on stepping stones, and Piglet's bath time. I'm sure I won't lose on them at that price. I just probably won't make the £1,000,000 that I was hoping to make. And then finally, I don't know if you can just about see these in shot. Then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll turn the camera. There they are. Save me picking them all up. They are the little Mr. Potato Heads. I'm not sure what they're called. I know they have a name for these little ones, but I'm not sure what they're called. And I've got some Toy Story. So there's Woody. There's 2 Buzz. But then this is the Hulk. So these must be like the Avengers or something, because is that Iron Man? I don't even know what they all are. I'll have to have a look. Find out what we've got here. Not even sure what there is there. There's a couple of Easter ones, a chick and a bunny. Just going to hold you now, make you wobbly. They were £10 for the lot. There's 13. And the lady was like, oh, they're £1 each, but you can have the lot for a tenner. And I didn't even know if I wanted them, but I bought them anyway. So don't actually know whether those are a good buy or not. That's it. That is the haul and all of the haul. If you've seen anything that excites you, and it won't be me today because I'm not very exciting, I realise that. I'm sorry for being a bit flat, but I do feel rough. If you've seen anything that excites you, there's always an email address in the description box below that you can contact me on and let me know if there's anything you want. Don't wait for it to hit eBay. It could be months. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be back next week, hopefully with a bit more of a clear head. Take care. Bye for now.